Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is my super duper awesome Christmas special. So, Merry Christmas to everyone. And with that, I want to really bring something kind of special today because it is Christmas. It's time to open up the presents, do all that kind of fun stuff. But this video is a little bit of everything. So, it's me babbling as I always do, but it's also going to be some spec. I'm going to do my 12 specs of Christmas. So that's going to be interesting. And I'm going to show you one of the biggest purchases that I made this year. So I'll show you that. And I'll show you my very last comic haul that I did just today, actually, which is a couple days before Christmas. It's right now it's the 23rd when I'm recording this. I'm going to be posting it out on Christmas Day. So this is my last comic haul before Christmas. So probably my last comic haul of the year too. So I'm going to show that. And I'm just going to tell you some of the things that I'm planning next year as well. So there's going to be some comics and spec and a whole bunch of fun things. So let's get into it. And first I'm going to start off with my 12 spec of Christmas. And the way I created this spec is actually, it was really challenging to do. What I did was, I always thought about that song, 12 Days of Christmas and my true love gave to me. I can't sing, by the way. And, it's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, and it goes like that. So I was thinking what I would do is do my, 12 days of Christmas, but each being a different spec. So I'll start with number one, comic number one. And it's kind of an interesting one. There's so many number ones to choose from. So I wanted the issue number to match the song, right? So this choice is a really interesting one that's not super under the radar, but it's kind of under the radar. So I'll explain. It's She-Hulk number one, but it's the sensational She-Hulk. So most people are buying She-Hulk, what is it? The original one, the other one. I can't remember the name of it. But this one is the sensation. This is the second series. So the first series is where she made her first appearance, but this series is really where they set the tone of this kind of version, more comedic version of She-Hulk. And she breaks the fourth wall. She kind of is a different character and a very much more character that is likely to be the basis for the TV show. So I'm thinking that this is a great spec because the She-Hulk show is coming out next year and it's based more on this comic. So She-Hulk sensational She-Hulk number one. And this is from 1989. Cool thing about this book is it's pretty affordable. So you can pick this book up in this grade, which is a 9.0, for about $50. Pretty affordable considering it's, number one. If you want to get that 9.8, which, you might as well try, it's about $200, which is not too bad considering it's a reasonably older book, and it's actually, it's got a lot of this solid pink, which makes it hard to get that 9.8. So yeah, I think it's a really great spec, and it's affordable spec, which makes it a really good one. It's always nice when you can get something affordable and good price. The next spec, number two, and it's a number two, is and I'm going to take it out of the plastic because it's really hard to see. And I'll actually throw that away. It's this one, the New Mutants Annual number two. Now, this is not a true first appearance. This is actually the first American appearance of Psylocke. And it's a major key because Psylocke is kind of like a cool, popular character. She's been already in one of the XMen movies. And she's one of those kind of sexy, femme fatale kind of characters. And I really do believe that they'll use this character again, maybe in the cartoon series that's coming out next year. So this is a really great spec. and it's one that has recently come down in price, so it's still very affordable. In this grade, you're looking at about $50 to $60, and in a 9/8, you're looking at around $600. So it's a bit more pricey in that high grade, but if you just want to get the spec in your collection, as I said, you can get it like a 9085 for around $50 to $60. So not too bad. Okay, so that's the next one. Number 3 on my list is actually a really interesting one. And this is another one that I see as a great spec because if you think about back in 2020, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were so hot. They were like the hottest thing. The prices were going through the roof. And this year they kind of cooled down. And whenever things cool down, that's the time to buy, in my opinion, right? Like you buy it when the prices are kind of dropping, and they can always come back up. So one of the things that I noticed with a lot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles books is number 1, crazy expensive. Number 2, semi-expensive. But number 3, pretty affordable. So this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 3. And this one is actually kind of cool because it has the first appearance of, what's her name? The girl. I want to say Casey Jones, but that's the guy. Oh, I got her name. One sec. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use the cheat. First appearance of April O'Neil. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I have this is number 2. I knew she made her first appearance in number 2, but she makes her first cover appearance right there. You can see it. I'll zoom in. That's April O'Neil, first cover appearance, and kind of a cool book, and it's affordable. In this grade, like an 8.5, like this is a 6.5 actually. I paid $100 for it. You can 8.5, you're looking at around $200. So, and it's really early Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and the first maybe 10 issues were really pretty like scarce. Like they didn't really print that many. So it's an affordable, pretty rare book. Why not, right? Pretty great spec in my opinion. And it's one of those ones where the price has actually kind of dropped recently and you can sort of pick it up for the cheap. So I always think that makes it a great spec. And I believe that they will do something with the Ninja Turtles in the future. It's not one of those series that is ever going to just disappear, right? So I see the Turtles as coming back definitely in the future. Another thing that's coming back and was kind of a bit of a dead series in a weird way. Golden Age character made a reintroduction in the Silver Age, and this is his first Silver Age book appearance, and it's the Submariner. And this is Fantastic Four number 4. Now, I kind of wanted to give some low end spec in terms of price, but I also wanted to give some Silver Age and some Golden Age. So there's going to be Golden Age in here as well. But I wanted to give you a really great spec, in my opinion. This is one of the best because it's a book that's pretty pricey, I admit, but Fantastic Four in the entire series is very underpriced. And it is poised to kind of go up because there's kind of a Fantastic Four movie coming out. Maybe Submariner is going to make an appearance in Wakanda Forever with Black Panther. So I really do believe that this character is going to be used very, very soon, Submariner. And, it's a character that's been kind of heating up. But this book will cost you around $3,000 in a 3.0. And even in this grade, you're looking at about $2,000. So it's a pricey book. But it is one that I really do see as being a really good investment book. Because it's a character that is kind of major for Marvel. It's one of their earliest superheroes. It's a character they're definitely going to utilize. And I see a lot of potential for this book in 2022. So a lot of these specs are all about next year. That's why I kind of prepared it this way. So, okay, so we got We got our partridge. We're working our way up. So we got number 4 now. Issue number 5. So that was Fantastic Four number 4. See, it's like in... The next one is kind of an interesting one that's a little bit under the radar for most people, and it's a Golden Age book. I wanted to get some Golden Age on this list. I got a couple on this list that are Golden Age because I love Golden Age, and this is a great Golden Age book. This is one I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta get it. This is Wilbur Comics number 5. And you're probably wondering, what's Wilbur Comics? Why is it so important? Well, Wilbur Comics number 5 is the first appearance of Katie Keene. Now, Katie Keene actually had her own TV series, and she's kind of a major Archie character. And I see her as being a character that they could bring back again. And, it's a book that is relatively affordable for a Golden Age book. I mean, and for a major character. This is her first appearance. I mean, this is 1945. Archie's got some really hot books. So, First Josie was a good one. First Archie is a good one from Pep 22, but this one is a little bit under the radar, and it's affordable. So this would cost you about $600 to $700. Okay, so in that range for a low to mid grade. So very affordable book. Sort of a mid range bracket. Not as expensive as the Fantastic Four number 4, but a little bit more pricey than some of the other ones I showed. So definitely one that I think is worthy of looking into. Okay. So that's number 5. Number 6 on my list for the 6th day of Christmas is Avengers number 6. Now, Avengers number 6 is kind of an interesting one because this is a character, Baron Zemo, the original Baron Zemo made his first appearance in this book. He also had a sort of a joint first appearance. He also was in Sergeant Fury's Commandos as well. It was at the same time. Both books came out at the same time. But I actually would recommend this of the two because it has his name predominantly on the cover, Zemo. And it is, I think that's him right there, I believe. I think that's Zemo. I'm pretty sure that's Zemo right there, right? Baron Zemo. So, it's a character that was in the Winter and Falcon series. He's not dead. He hasn't been killed. And he's a character that seems to be playing a bigger and bigger role. It was a different Zemo, but, I always think go for that original Zemo if you can, or original character if you can. So I always like getting that first appearance, true first appearance. So this is Baron Zemo, the first appearance of Baron Zemo, Masters of Evil, Radioactive Man, Melter, Black Knight, and that's Nathan Garrett's Black Knight. So yeah, so just a really great cover with all the characters shown and kind of a cool major first appearance. And it is affordable. So again, this in a mid-grade is around $400. So in a 5.0, even a 6 is not going to cost you that much. It's going to be about $500. So, not too bad. It's a Silver Age book. So, you expect it to be a little bit more expensive. So, pretty affordable, I think, in terms of some of the books. People are spending like $3,000-4,000 on Miles Morales. This is, much earlier and cooler character in my opinion. But I don't know. Don't quote me on that one. Okay. Now, number 7 on my list is one that I've been noticing something interesting with a lot of characters. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Well, the character that I'm thinking about is Daredevil. Daredevil number 1 finally has really realized its value, and it's become a pretty pricey book. Daredevil number 2 is becoming a pricey book. But one book that is kind of, in my opinion, kind of an iconic Daredevil book that really hasn't gotten its due yet But it's still, it's not a cheap book. These are not cheap books. Like, sorry, there's a bunch in here that are not cheap. Is Daredevil #7. And the reason I say Daredevil #7 is such an important book is it's the first appearance of his iconic red suit. And it's on the cover. It's a great classic cover. And you got him also, this is the double key component. He's fighting Submariner. I just mentioned how Submariner is going to play a role. We're seeing that they brought, in the last Spider-Man movie, they brought Daredevil in it. So, you know, he's part of the MCU now. And now we got that kind of battle between the two and the appearance of his iconic suit. So, in my opinion, this is a double key. This is an affordable book. Again, you're looking at, in this grade, which is really just a beaten up copy, this is about $100. Okay? That's how much I paid. In a mid grade, you're looking at around $500. But, you know, it's one of those books you can get into pretty affordably. So I think it's one that's really under the radar in terms of not many people have been kind of specking on it. So that's my #7 on the list. #8 is a funny one. I kind of like having a little bit of a mix of stuff. This is a modern book. It is Marvel Superheroes Winter Special, and it is #8, Volume 2, #8. And this is the first appearance of Squirrel Girl. Now, Squirrel Girl is a character that they've used in the cartoons, and I believe that they'll use again because she's kind of like a popular girl character, and she's kind of funny. So I think Squirrel Girl has potential to become a character that they'll reuse, and, you know, people might want to pick her up. I think it's a good character, especially for young girls, targeting young girls as an audience, and targeting, you know, kids in general. So they're coming out with the new X-Men Adventures series. So they might introduce some of these kind of other characters that have come out over the years. And this one is a, you know, 1991 book, but came out in like January of 92 actually. And it's a pretty affordable book. This one in a low grade, which is a 9. This is a low grade. For these kind of modern books, they're a little bit more affordable so that you can get a high grade. Well, low grade is a 9, okay? You can get it for $100. For 9.8, you're looking at about $5.50. And the price has recently dropped. You know, earlier part of the year and last year, this book was quite hot. Actually, it had gotten up to $600-700, maybe even up to $800 at one point. But it's kind of cooled off, and that's when I like to buy, when the price is just right. You know, when it's kind of cooling down, and it's a good time to get into it. So that's why I like this book. So this is Marvel Superheroes Volume 2, #8, Winter Special. And it's the first appearance of Squirrel Girl. And Squirrel Girl is one of the few characters that has defeated Galactus. And she uses her super squirrel power to do so. So it's really, really funny, kind of quirky character. I like those kind of characters. Okay. #9, so the 9th day of Christmas, is Amazing Spider-Man #9. So why did I pick this book? Well, I just watched the Spider-Man movie. I really enjoyed it. And one of the major bad guys in the movie is Electro. And this is Electro's first appearance. Now, I don't really recommend buying this book right now because the movie's still hot and the characters will be a bit pricey. But give it a couple months and things will kind of get cool, and that's the time to pick this book up. And the reason I'm saying this is a good spec is not because I'm saying like this is a book that will triple or quadruple in price in the near future. No, it won't. But it's one that will hold value. And that's sometimes better than something that goes up and then crashes down. So this will hold value, and it's a good book. It's like, you got that early Spider-Man, you got a first appearance, and what I did when I bought it, just as a weird little FYI, I bought the British variant. Now, the British variant is 1/100th as common as the American variant. Um, I only bought it because it was actually cheaper to buy the British one than the American one. It came out at the exact same time, and it was affordable. So I paid $800 for this, and to get this now, you're looking at around 1,000, and maybe a little bit more for a lower grade. So for a 3.0 or 2.5, you're looking at around 1,000. So I was able to get a cheaper price, and a more rare book, a more rare variant. So that was my little bit of a trick to get this book. I think I paid it was either 700 or 800, around that range, with shipping and everything. So pretty affordable, and it's a cool first appearance. I like Electro. I like the bad guys. I like collecting all the different the villains from Spider-Man. So that's number 9 on my list. Number 10 is another interesting one. And I've actually heard more confirmation about this one. And this is X-Men number 10. And this is the first Silver Age appearance of Khazar. That's him right there. But it's the first appearance of the Savage Land. And I've heard confirmation that they're definitely going to be doing something with Marvel in the Savage Land. So this book has that double key. It has that first appearance of a character, and the first appearance of like some kind of setting where that character kind of interacts. Another thing, it's the first appearance of Zabu, the tiger. Okay, so multiple key, triple key. And this is a book that's pretty affordable. A lot of the time with most comic titles, it's like the number one's really expensive, and then, over time, it's been that as people learn more about the different comics, they realize that there's certain ones that are keys, and then they've gone up in price. This one has been sort of cooler. I mean, X-Men books in general have been pretty hot. They've been pretty expensive, and this one has gone up. But it's still one that is pretty affordable, and it's kind of cooled off even recently. So I say you can get this kind of book in a mid-grade, like a 5.0, for about $400. So pretty affordable comparatively to some of the other X-Men books. So and it's early X-Men. I like to get any of the ones from 1 to 10, and I actually collected, just to have like the run. I collected one to 20 of X-Men. So I have the complete run of X-Men. Of X-Men 1 to 20. And then I have all the keys after that, actually. But yeah, it's a really great book. That's my spec for X-Men. I try to keep it different series, okay, so that it would be a little bit. I could have picked all X-Men ones titles all for this video, but I kind of wanted to keep it different things. This one is very different, and this is a Golden Age book that I actually think has a lot of potential. I just got it recently. I just did an unboxing for this video, for this comic, and I was super excited to get this in my collection. I'm not sure if I've actually released you might see this book in this video before I actually show the unboxing video, which is kind of weird, but that's the way it is. This is a book that I'm really happy to have gotten. I actually posted this out on my Instagram, so check me out on Instagram. But this book I really love. This is a really great book. Golden Age book. All Select Comics number 11. So, what is so special about this book? Well, it's the first appearance of Phantom Blonde. Phantom Blonde is a Golden Age female character. It's one of these characters that's going to kind of come back into the modern era. They're bringing her back. And she was created, Stan Lee was involved with the writing of her. And It is from 1946. This is a bit of a pricey book. This is not affordable, not like some of the other ones. This one's in that more pricey range. This one will cost you probably around $1,000 to $1,500. Really depends on the auction. If you're lucky, you get it for the low end. And this is for a 2.0. I'm not talking high grade. So it's a pretty pricey book. But it's a cool one because it is that first Golden Age appearance, and it's appearance where she really dominates that cover. It's a great cover, I think. So I'll select comics number 11. Is the number 11th on my top 12 specs of Christmas. Okay. Last one is kind of a little bit of a interesting one. I got the newsstand version of it. It's Batman Adventures number 12. And this is the first appearance of Harley Quinn. This is a pretty pricey book again. Sorry for all the pricey books. But this one is one that I actually see as being really, really a good buy. Harley Quinn is she had 2 movies of her own. She's just been in Suicide Squad 2. So she has had 4 movies with this character. She is a popular character, loved by fans. They kind of utilized her a bit too much, but and probably the current actress is going to step away from her, I think. But it's one of those books that has cooled. And whenever you can get a key character, and when the price has kind of dipped a little bit, that's the time to buy, in my opinion. So this is Batman Adventures number 12. Now you're looking at, for like an 8.0, you're looking at around $600. This is the newsstand, so it'd be a little bit more than that, but in that $800 range. If it's a higher grade, like a 9.8, you're looking at about $3,000. Now, I don't really think right now is the time to buy that 9.8. You can probably get it for around $2,500 if you wait just a little while, or keep watching the auctions. They are out there, and I think that you can pick one up for about $2,500. I know it still sounds like a lot, but I think this book has that really good investment potential because it's a major character that fans love, and it's one that is not going anywhere. She is definitely part of the DC universe, and she will make future appearances, and they'll probably get some new actress to play her, or they might bring back Ruby. What's her name? Robbie, something Ruby, Robbie. I'm terrible with names today. Okay. But yeah, they'll bring her back, and I think that they'll definitely, Margot Ruby? Something. Okay, I'm terrible with names right now. Robbie, Ruby. Trying to remember her name. It'll drive me crazy because I do know her name. Now, so that was my 12 spec of Christmas. To run them down again, it was Sensational She-Hulk number 1. And then it was I don't remember all my then it was Mutant, so that was Sensational She-Hulk number 1. That's the second series of She-Hulk. Then it was New Mutants Annual number 2. Then it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 3, first cover appearance of April O'Neil. Then number 4 was Submariner, Fantastic Four number 4. And then number 5 was Wilbur number 5, which is the first appearance of Katie Keene. And then we got number 6, which is Avengers number 6. And that was the first Baron Zemo. And then we got Daredevil in number 7. That was the very first red costume for Daredevil. And then we have in number 8 is Marvel Superheroes Winter Special number 8, volume 2, number 8, which is the first appearance of Squirrel Girl. And then in number 9, we had Spider-Man number 9, which is the first appearance of Electro. And in number 10 spot, we had Baron Zemo in XMen number... sorry, not Baron Zemo. Number 9 was... Wait. Somehow I missed... Oh, I missed Baron Zemo. Yeah, okay, sorry, that was earlier. No, number 10 is Kazar in XMen number 10. And number 11 was All Select Comics number 11. And that was the first appearance of Blonde Phantom. Phantom Blonde. Sorry, said it backwards. And then we got Batman Adventures number 12, and that's the first appearance of Harley Quinn. So that's my 12 Days of Christmas spectacular spec video, spec thing. Now, I want to show you my last comic book haul, and then I'm going to show you a very cool book, which was my number 1 purchase of 2021. So that'll be the last thing I'll show in this video. But I want to show you what did I get, my last comic book haul of the year, and what is it? We got Jennifer Blood. I like these kind of sexy covers. Yes, I'm a perverted old man with a Santa hat on. This is Jennifer Blood number 2, the cosplay cover. I like these ones. So I found that they had a couple at my comic shop. So I picked them all up. So Jennifer Blood number 3, again, the cosplay cover. I thought these were kind of sexy. Sexy lingerie cosplay cover. I actually might already have this, but Noctera number 2. And I always get these off 20% off, so the prices are in Canadian dollars. Another one that I wanted to pick up was a Planet Comics. This is sort of where they brought back the Golden Age series of Planet Comics. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I wanted to see, get this run. Next one is interesting one, a bit of a spec in a way, is Sacred 6. I actually have most of the issues already, but I just wanted to get certain covers. So this is number 1. And this is the first modern appearance of Draculina. She's going to be getting her own series. So if you want to get her original first appearance, it's in Warren Magazine number 2, Vampirella. Vampirella number 2 from 1969. So that one's a bit pricier. I actually have an extra copy, which I'll probably give away or sell or trade or whatever. But so if you're interested in Draculina, that's, where is she? None of those. Oh, maybe this is her here. I think that might be her there. So yeah, so this is her first appearance. Not sure if that's Lilith or Draculina, so I don't know. So then we got Sacred 6 number 2. So I just picked up just different covers that I didn't have already. Then I have number 3. I thought this one was kind of sexy. I think this is Perello. Yes, Perello. Really sexy cover, I thought. Number 3. And then we got, I couldn't find number 4 and 5. So I found number 6 though. And I think that's Pantha. So if you if you know your characters. And then we got number 8. I thought that was okay. And this is another Perello. Really great cover. Number 9. Girl, a little bit of girl fighting, cat fighting. So this is number 9. And another Perello. I really like Perello, so I'm trying to get all those like covers. This is another girl fight. I think this is this girl at the bottom here is that's Vampirella at the top, and then this is Draculina at the bottom. And then we got another Perello. This is number 11. And I actually think I have, this is a duplicate that I just picked up. I figured I'd pick it up. This is Patriotica United, number 1. And then I got Patriotica number 3. And she's kind of like this buxom character that I thought was kind of sexy. So just picked her up. And then I thought this was kind of cute. I really liked this when I was a kid. This is Pink Panther Cartoon Hour Special. When I was a kid, they used to have like this kind of Olympics, like Laugh Olympics. And it was a really interesting show where they would have all these different characters and they would drive cars around. And they also had this thing called Cartoon Hour. And it would be like different cartoons, and it was just kind of fun. It was just like they had all these kind of characters. So I kind of thought this was kind of interesting. Yeah, like homage to older time back in the 70s. Another sexy cover I thought was a Sweet Paprika, and it's number 6. I've been picking up that whole series. And then I'm going to show a whole bunch of Barbarella. So this is the most recent Barbarella that just came out. It's number 6. And this is like a Spider-Man homage cover. And then I'll just show the rest of those. So some more Barbarella number 6. I just really like all these different covers. Some of these are quite nice. Like Linsner does a lot of the covers as well for them. I'm not sure who did this one. Doesn't say. I can't see. Okay, and then we got this one. Another Barbarella number 6. That was kind of cool. I think that's a Pirello. And then we got another cover. So I get all the various covers. I just like these good girl art covers. And then we got Batwoman, Catwoman, number 9. And I thought this was kind of a nice cover. It's a nice hard stock. This is the black labels. So they do it with a little bit better stock of paper and stuff. And then I got Spider-Man Darkhold, number 1. So I thought that was interesting. And then I got King Conan. I mean, there was like so many different covers for this one, but I kind of like this one the best. Because it has all inside, it has all the different covers from the Conan series. So I thought it was really interesting. So I like that one the best. And then we got, I think this is a Jenny Frison, Catwoman number 38. I'm trying to pick up all the different Jenny Frison covers for Catwoman. So that's that one. And last but not least is the A and B cover for House of Slaughter. So really great series. Highly recommend House of Slaughter and Something's Killing the Children. Really amazing series. James Tynion, amazing writer. So so that was my comic haul. That was my last comic haul of the year. So whole bunch of books. I hope that was interesting. Those are all modern books, but it was my last comic haul of the year. And to finish off this video, well, kind of, I want to show like the big book of my year. This is the biggest book that I bought this year. And actually wasn't the most expensive book that I bought this year. The most expensive book actually was that one right there, Wonder Woman number 1. That was really expensive. It's just like brutal. But this one was kind of number 2 on my list in terms of cost. It is Sensation Comics number 1. And the reason this is my big book of the year is I love Wonder Woman. She's one of my favorite characters. I would say my second most favorite character, Vampirella being my number 1. I really love Vampirella. I'm a big Vampirella fan. But Wonder Woman is number 2. And this is just such a great, iconic cover. This is her first Golden Age appearance. So I was like, wow, I finally get this one in my collection. This one, it's not a high grade. It's like a 0.5, it's like, but it's a solid cover. And that's what I was really buying it for. I was buying it for that awesome cover. Where it's, she's kind of leaping in and she's deflecting bullets as she leaps in onto the bad guys. And it's just a really great first cover appearance of Wonder Woman. And it's, it's her second appearance as well. So, so doubly awesome. So this is, what does it say? It says Wonder Woman Begins, second appearance, origin, and first appearance of Wildcat. Now, the great thing about this book, it's missing its centerfold. A lot of these Golden Age books, the staples weren't big enough. They wouldn't actually grab that centerfold very well, and the centerfold would fall out. But what's great about this book in particular, and I'll show you the back, it's got the guns on the back. But what's really great about this book is it's her first cover appearance. It's also her first series where she was the focal character of the series. So, you know, just great on so many levels. I love this book, and I'm super happy to have it in my collection. So this is my big book of 2021. You'll have to wait till next Christmas to see my big book of 2022. But I figured I'd show that one. So what am I planning for 2022? So I'm going to be doing a special unboxing video over December 31st and January 1st. It's a two-part unboxing video, and some details I will reveal in that video of some of my plans, my New Year's resolution, and some other cool things that I'm doing. But next year I really want to keep up the pace. I've been posting out a video every day, and I'm actually debating, because I have so much content that I create, that I'm almost debating about having a second channel because, you know, I'm thinking maybe one channel completely devoted to unboxings, but I'm debating about it. It's one of those things. You can comment below, which do you think I should post more videos daily on this channel, where it's like 2 videos a day, which would be like overdose of me on one channel, or should I don't know what I should do. But so my point is, give me some feedback below what you think I should do. Should I post more often? I post already daily, but I just have so many things that I want to do. I want to run contests. I want to do auctions. I want to do just some fun things. And I actually created a whole box, like literally about 200 comics, all of my duplicates, because I would never get rid of my, like, if I only have one of them, I would never get rid of the comic. But it's all duplicates that I don't mind parting with, that are pretty big keys. There are lots of really great keys in there. And I'm thinking of doing auctions with that, or giveaways, or something fun. Maybe like have a wheel to spin and you can win a prize, or I don't know, something crazy. I just want to do fun things. And I have, like, I want to do more Guess Who's and controversial comics, and I really want to do some fun things that will really engage my audience. I really want you guys who have watched me all year to really have something that you enjoy. And I hope that, you know, I can continue making great videos that you enjoy. You know, I really want to make it as fun and interesting and informative as possible. I love history, and I try to bring that into each of my videos. And I want to maybe even have segments where I do artist spotlights, you know, some of these obscure artists that people just don't realize how great they were. And I'd love to do more of those things. I want to look at just reading a comic and, you know, reading, like, you know, Action 1. You know, well, I don't have Action 1, but if somebody lends me like 3 or 4 million, I will buy an Action 1. Well, actually, don't lend me it because I'd never pay it back. But if somebody gives me that much money, I'll buy an Action 1 and I'll read it on one of these videos. But I'd love to read some of the comics on the channel and share that as well. I'd like to show some of my fun comics. So one of the things I want to do, and I will do it actually in this video, is I want to show you something. I'm going to move over. Oh, wait, I'm moving over. Oh no, I'm grabbing something, and I really wanted to show this. This was something, and I want to do more of these kind of things where I show this kind of thing, and I'll show you what I mean. This is an homage thing. So back there, I'm not sure if you can see it, right there is Crime Suspenstories number 22. Great comic, super important. Was one of the ones that led to the end of the golden age of comics. Major comic. And it has a great cover. It's got this girl, she's getting decapitated and got the bloody axe in the guy's hand. And she's holding her head. Just awesome overall comic. Okay, cover. Well, a lot of comics did homages to it. And I collect the homages to that cover. So, and I wanted to show you some of those. And I'm going to do this with other things too, because I collect these homage covers to great covers like Batman. Like I have like, I think it's Batman Detective Comics 33, I believe, where it's like that iconic castle and you got, the ghost or something, Batman looming over it, I should say. And, that Neil Adams did a homage to that. And a lot of other companies did homages to it. And I like buying those homages because I can't afford the original. Okay. But in this case, I wanted to show you some homages to Crime Suspense Stories number 22. And this is the Stray Dogs one. Somebody actually on my channel recommended this book to me. I was like, wow, that's really cool that they did an homage to Crime Suspense Stories number 22. So this is the Stray Dogs version. See, you got the little doggy and got the bloody, they actually put the blood in black because they didn't think it would be appropriate at the time, back in the 50s, to put the blood being red. So they've made it black to try to make it so that people wouldn't overreact to it. That was them actually toning down their book. And they kept that in the Stray Dogs version. Now we got that black goo on the axe is kind of important. So all the homages kind of pay homage to that part. So we got the head and this is the Wolverine and Sabretooth. And we got the black goo again. It's always the black goo instead of the red blood. So this is, the Wolverine variant of that. And this is Wolverine number 55, the homage to Crime Suspense 22. I love that one. Oh, and one other great thing. It's a Johnny Craig cover, the original. And what they did on the Stray Dogs one, if you can see, it's Johnny and Tony and Trish. And they kind of did it in the Johnny Craig style of signature. I thought that was really great that they had that level of detail in terms of the homage for the Stray Dogs one. And this one, Marvel kind of did their own little thing where they put their Marvel symbol, but they made it in the EC style. I thought that was really, these little things, these little elements that they use to really, pay homage to that original cover. I thought that was quite good. Again, and the other thing that they all have is this little box. Jolting Tales of Tension. So the original was Jolting Tales of Tension in the EC tradition. So on the Marvel one, they have Jolting Tale of Tension in the Marvel Comics tradition. I thought that was cool. And on the Stray Dogs one, it's Wagging Tails, and spelled like tails like a dog tail, in Terror comics in Image tradition. So I thought that was interesting. Okay, so that was this one. And then we got Crime Suspense Stories, exciting comic. So this one's actually the most close to the original in terms of all this. But this is Antarctic Press. And we got Miss Mask, a character that, if you watch this channel, I always go on about Miss Mask. I love Miss Mask. And you got Miss Mask, and she's like, I think this is a scorpion, and she's got his decapitated head. And it's the Jolting Tales of Tension in the AP tradition. So I thought that was cool. And then we got Die Kitty's Cat House of Horror. And this is an Archie comic. And actually, I'm not sure if it's Archie, but the guy that did it, the writer is Dan Parent. and I, got his signature. I actually met him, and I bought this from him. It's Fernando Rios that did the cover. But it's jolting tales of anxiety in the kitty tradition. So it's like it's just kind of a cute little play on it. And again, they try to like mimic the Johnny Craig style of signature. And you get the little, I don't know, always decapitated heads and the black goo on the axe. So that's them paying true homage to the original cover. And I kind of love these kind of quirky kind of comics that people might collect. So I just wanted to show one of those kind of quirky things in this video, in this super spectacular, awesome Christmas special. And I wanted to give you some insight into some of my plans for 2022. I hope this has been a fun video. I wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and I hope to see everyone in 2022 watching my channel, and maybe if the conventions are open, maybe I'll see people in person. That'll be fun. So again, thanks everyone. Thank you all for watching my channel, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and bye for now.